When you think of a better life, what comes to mind? Is it a dream you hold in the distance, something you hope might one day materialize? Most people make the mistake of wishing for a better life, but never truly committing to creating it. To wish is to want, but to create is to know. It's time to stop wishing and start creating. Desire is not just a fleeting feeling or wishful thought, it is the spark that ignites the entire process of creation. Everything that you want to experience in life starts with a desire, whether it's for success, love, abundance, or personal growth. Many people make the mistake of dismissing their desires, thinking they are just idle fantasies or unattainable goals. But in truth, your desires are far more than that. They are a direct communication from your higher self, an indication that there is more to life than you are currently experiencing. When you desire something deeply, it is not an accident. You are being drawn towards something greater, something that is already possible for you to achieve. Desire is the language of your inner being, calling you to expand, to reach, and to grow. It is not something to ignore or suppress, but rather something to nurture and embrace. Desires are like seeds waiting to be planted. They contain the potential for an entirely new reality, but they require your belief and action to come to fruition. Just as a seed needs water, sunlight, and care to grow, your desires need your attention, focus, and belief. Every desire you have is a possibility waiting to be realized, but it starts with your decision to acknowledge it as real and achievable. Desire is also what fuels the energy needed for creation. Without it, there would be no motivation to change or grow. Desire pushes you beyond your comfort zone, encouraging you to seek out new experiences, skills, and opportunities. It is the first step in transforming your life, and without it, nothing else can follow. So instead of viewing your desires as unattainable or frivolous, recognize them for what they are: signs pointing toward your potential. They are the inner compass that guides you toward the life you truly want to live. Embrace your desires, for they are the starting point of everything you will create in your life. Imagination is not just a tool for entertainment or escape, it is the creative force that shapes your reality. The world around you, with all its experiences, people, and circumstances, is a reflection of your imagination. What you can see and feel in your mind is what eventually becomes real in your life. Many people underestimate the power of imagination, thinking it's something reserved for children or artists. But imagination is the key to manifesting anything you want in life. It is through imagination that you begin to see the possibilities that exist beyond your current circumstances. When you allow yourself to imagine a better life, you are planting the seeds for that life to unfold in the physical world. Imagination allows you to bypass the limitations of your current reality. In your mind, you can be, do, and have anything you desire. There are no limits in the realm of imagination, and this is where the magic happens. When you consistently imagine yourself living the life you want, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth. It starts to shift your thoughts, actions, and perceptions to align with that imagined reality. Imagination also has the power to change your emotional state. When you imagine something vividly, your body responds as if it's already happening. This is why it's important to not just see your desires in your mind, but to feel them as if they are already real. When you can feel the emotions of success, abundance, or love in your imagination, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to experience those things in your life. One of the greatest advantages of imagination is that it allows you to rehearse success. You can practice achieving your goals in your mind before they ever manifest in the physical world. This mental rehearsal makes it easier for you to take the necessary steps in real life, as you've already lived the experience in your imagination. Imagination is truly a creative power that can transform your life. Whatever you focus on in your imagination will eventually take shape in your reality. So use your imagination wisely. Visualize the life you want. Feel the emotions of already having it, and let that vision guide you toward the life you are destined to live. While desire and imagination are crucial for creating a new reality, action is what brings your vision into the physical world. However, not all action is the same. The key is to take inspired action, which is action that comes from alignment with your desires, rather than from a place of force or fear. Inspired action feels natural, effortless, and often exciting. It is the type of action that arises when you are in tune with your vision and your inner self. When you have aligned yourself with the life you want through your desires and imagination, the next steps often become clear. You don't need to push or struggle. The right opportunities, ideas, and actions seem to flow to you at the perfect time. Taking inspired action is about following the intuitive nudges you receive. Sometimes it's a small idea that pops into your mind, a conversation that sparks an insight, or a chance encounter that leads to an opportunity. These are not coincidences, but rather signs that you are on the right path. When you act on these nudges, you are moving in alignment with your vision, and each step brings you closer to the life you are creating. It's important to differentiate between forced action and inspired action. Forced action often comes from a place of fear or desperation, where you feel you have to make something happen. This type of action can be draining and ineffective, because it is not aligned with your higher self or your desires. Inspired action, on the other hand, feels like a natural extension of your desire and imagination. It's as if the universe is guiding you, and you are simply following the path that has been laid out for you. When you consistently take inspired action, you accelerate the manifestation process. The key is to remain open and receptive to the guidance that comes from within. Trust that the steps you are taking are leading you exactly where you need to go, even if the path is not always clear. By acting from a place of inspiration, you become a powerful co-creator of your reality. So listen to your inner guidance, act when you feel called to, and trust that each inspired step is moving you closer to the life you desire. Living in the end is the practice of embodying the feeling of already having achieved your desired outcome, even when there is no physical evidence to support it. This concept challenges the traditional way of thinking, which is often focused on waiting for something to happen before you allow yourself to feel the joy, peace, or success that comes with it. But when you live in the end, you reverse this process. You don't wait for the outside world to change before feeling the emotions of fulfillment. You feel them now, as if the dream is already your reality. When you practice living in the end, you are training your mind and emotions to align with the version of yourself that has already achieved what you want. How would you feel if your dreams were already fulfilled? What thoughts would occupy your mind? What kind of person would you become? These are the questions that guide you into the mental and emotional state of your desired future. Living in the end is not about pretending or deluding yourself. It is about aligning your inner world with the reality you want to experience. The outer world always mirrors the inner state. If you constantly dwell on lack or frustration, that's what your outer circumstances will reflect back to you. But when you dwell on the feeling of having already achieved your goals, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind and the universe. You are essentially saying, "This is already mine," and the world will rearrange itself to make that your reality. The beauty of living in the end is that it shifts your perception of time. Instead of seeing your dreams as something distant or far off in the future, you begin to experience them in the present moment. Time collapses when you embody the feeling of the wish fulfilled. In your mind and heart, the future is already happening now. This change in perception speeds up the manifestation process, because you are no longer waiting for your dreams to come to you, you are bringing them into your present reality. Living in the end also helps you bypass doubt and fear. When you fully embody the state of already having what you desire, there is no room for uncertainty. Doubts arise when we focus on the gap between where we are and where we want to be. But when you live in the end, that gap no longer exists. You are no longer trying to get there because you already believe you are there. By living in the end, you also train your mind to look for evidence that supports your new reality. Instead of focusing on obstacles or setbacks, you begin to notice signs and opportunities that confirm your belief in the inevitable manifestation of your desires. This mental shift can make all the difference, as it puts you in a state of positive expectation rather than doubt or anxiety. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if everything you wanted was already yours? What actions would you take? How would you feel when you wake up in the morning? Begin living from that place now. Let the feeling of fulfillment guide your thoughts, actions, and emotions, and watch as the outer world catches up to your inner reality. Your thoughts are the architects of your life. Every thought you entertain carries energy, and that energy shapes your reality. This is why it's essential to align your thoughts with the life you want to create. If your thoughts are focused on doubt, fear, or lack, those feelings will manifest in your life. But if your thoughts are consistently focused on abundance, success, and fulfillment, those are the things that will show up for you. Aligning your thoughts is not a one-time process, it's an ongoing practice of mental discipline. It requires you to be mindful of what you're thinking on a daily basis. Many people allow their minds to run on autopilot, replaying negative or limiting beliefs without even realizing it. But if you want to create a new reality, you must become the master of your thoughts. Start by observing the types of thoughts you entertain regularly. Are they thoughts of possibility and success, or are they filled with worry and limitation? Once you become aware of your thought patterns, you can begin to consciously choose thoughts that align with the life you want to create. This might take practice, but over time you will notice a shift in your mental landscape. One of the most powerful ways to align your thoughts is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce the reality you want to create. By repeating affirmations, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept new beliefs. For example, if you want to manifest abundance, you might affirm, "I am worthy of abundance, and it flows to me easily over time." These affirmations sink into your subconscious and begin to shape your outer world. In addition to affirmations, it's important to guard your mind against negative influences. This includes limiting the amount of negative news, conversations, or media you consume. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting messages that reinforce the reality you want to create. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or challenges, but it does mean focusing your attention on solutions and possibilities rather than dwelling on obstacles. The mind is like a garden. If you neglect it, weeds, negative thoughts will grow unchecked. But if you cultivate it with care, planting seeds of positive thoughts and nurturing them daily, your garden will flourish. Aligning your thoughts is about creating an inner environment that reflects the life you want to live. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. If you want to see changes in your life, start by changing the way you think. As you align your thoughts with your desires, you will begin to see those desires take shape in your reality. Persistence is one of the most important qualities you can develop on your journey to creating a better life. It's easy to believe in your dreams when everything is going smoothly, but true persistence comes into play when challenges arise, when the external world seems to contradict your vision, or when doubt creeps in. In those moments, many people give up or lose faith in their ability to create the life they want. But it's precisely in those moments that persistence becomes your greatest ally. Persistence is about holding fast to your vision, no matter what happens in the outer world. It's the ability to keep believing in your desires, even when there's no evidence to support them yet. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It means maintaining your inner faith and commitment to your vision, even in the face of temporary setbacks. The journey to creating a better life is rarely a straight line. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and times when things don't seem to be happening as quickly as you'd like. But these are the moments that test your commitment and your ability to persist. When you can hold on to your vision in the face of adversity, you are showing the universe that you are serious about your desires. Persistence is not about forcing things to happen. It's about staying aligned with your vision and continuing to take inspired action, even when things aren't moving as fast as you'd hoped. It's about trusting the process and knowing that the universe is always working behind the scenes, even if you can't see it. There is a timing to everything, and sometimes delays are simply part of the unfolding of your desires. One of the keys to persistence is managing your emotions. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to fall into frustration, doubt, or fear. But these emotions only serve to push your desires further away. Instead, practice maintaining a sense of calm, faith, and positive expectation, even in the face of challenges. This emotional resilience is what allows you to persist without burning out or losing hope. The more you practice persistence, the stronger you become. Every time you overcome a challenge or push through a moment of doubt, you build your inner strength and faith in the process of creation. Over time, you will develop an unshakable belief in your ability to create the life you want, regardless of what happens in the outer world. Self-belief is the foundation upon which all success is built. It is the inner conviction that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to, regardless of the obstacles or challenges that may arise. Cultivating self-belief is essential if you want to create the life you desire, because, without it, even the smallest setbacks can feel insurmountable. Self-belief is not something that comes from external validation or approval from others. It must be developed from within, through an unwavering trust in your own abilities and the understanding that you are the creator of your own reality. It begins with how you speak to yourself, the thoughts you entertain, and the way you view your own potential. If your inner dialogue is filled with doubt, insecurity, or feelings of unworthiness, it will be difficult to create a life of abundance, success, or fulfillment. To cultivate self-belief, start by paying attention to how you speak to yourself. Often we are our own harshest critics, replaying negative thoughts and doubts in our minds, which in turn erode our confidence. You must begin to shift your inner dialogue to one that supports and uplifts you. Instead of focusing on your perceived limitations or past failures, start affirming your strengths and potential. Tell yourself, I am capable, I am deserving of success, and I can achieve anything I set my mind to over time. These affirmations will take root in your subconscious mind, strengthening your belief in yourself. Another key to cultivating self-belief is to recognize that your worth is not determined by external circumstances. Whether you succeed or fail at a particular endeavor does not define who you are. Your worth is inherent, and your ability to create the life you want is always within you, regardless of what is happening in the outside world. When you truly internalize this understanding, setbacks will no longer shake your confidence, and you'll be able to move forward with faith in yourself, no matter the situation. Taking action, even in the face of uncertainty or fear, is another powerful way to build self-belief. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone and push through challenges, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you previously thought. This creates a positive feedback loop where each success, no matter how small, strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve greater things. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is also critical for cultivating self-belief. If you are constantly around people who doubt your abilities or reinforce limiting beliefs, it will be harder for you to maintain faith in yourself. Seek out those who uplift and inspire you, who believe in your potential and encourage you to reach for your dreams. Their energy will help to reinforce your own belief in yourself, making it easier to stay on track toward creating the life you desire. Remember, self-belief is a practice, and like any skill, it grows stronger with time and consistency. The more you nurture it, the more it will support you in manifesting your dreams. Action is the bridge between your inner world and your external reality. While it's important to cultivate the right mindset, visualize your goals, and align your thoughts, nothing will change unless you take inspired action. But this isn't about forcing things to happen or pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. Instead, it's about acting from a place of inspiration, where your actions are aligned with the vision you hold for your life. Inspired action feels different from ordinary action. It's not driven by fear, desperation, or the need to prove something. Instead, it comes from a deep sense of alignment with your goals and desires. It feels light, effortless, and energizing. When you take inspired action, you are in flow with the universe, and things seem to fall into place naturally. This doesn't mean that challenges won't arise, but rather that you will feel guided and supported as you move toward your goals. The first step in taking inspired action is to listen to your inner guidance. Often, we are so focused on external expectations or societal pressures that we ignore our own intuition. But your inner guidance is your most powerful tool for manifesting your desires. It will nudge you in the direction of opportunities, ideas, and actions that are aligned with your highest good. The key is to quiet the noise of the outside world and tune into this inner voice. Once you've connected with your inner guidance, the next step is to trust it and act on it, even if it doesn't always make logical sense. Sometimes, inspired action will look different from what you initially expected. It might be something as simple as reaching out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, attending a particular event, or even taking a break to rest and recharge. The important thing is to trust the process and follow where your inspiration leads you, knowing that each step is bringing you closer to your desired outcome. Inspired action also requires a level of surrender. You must be willing to let go of rigid plans or timelines and trust that the universe will guide you to the right opportunities at the right time. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means taking action from a place of trust and flow, rather than from a place of force or control. When you are in alignment with your desires, the right actions will feel effortless, and you will be amazed at how quickly things begin to manifest. It's important to note that inspired action doesn't always mean taking big, bold steps. Sometimes it's the small, consistent actions that lead to the greatest results. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a signal to the universe that you are committed to your vision. These small actions compound over time, creating momentum that propels you toward your goals. So pay attention to the ideas and nudges that come to you throughout the day. Trust your intuition and be willing to act on it, knowing that each step you take is part of a larger, unfolding plan. Detachment is a crucial aspect of manifesting the life you desire. While it's important to have a clear vision of what you want, being overly attached to the outcome can actually hinder the manifestation process. When you cling too tightly to a specific result or timeline, you create resistance, which can block the flow of energy and prevent your desires from coming to fruition. Detaching from the outcome means trusting that the universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events in your favor, even if you can't see it yet. It's about letting go of the need to control every aspect of how and when your desires will manifest. This doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means releasing the anxiety, worry, and pressure that come from trying to force things to happen. When you detach, you allow the universe to bring your desires to you in the most harmonious and effortless way possible. One of the reasons detachment is so powerful is because it puts you in a state of trust and surrender. When you are attached to a specific outcome, you are often operating from a place of fear that things won't work out, fear of failure, or fear of not being enough. This fear creates resistance and blocks the flow of abundance into your life. But when you detach, you shift into a state of faith and trust, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it doesn't happen in the exact way you envisioned. Detachment also allows you to stay open to different possibilities. Sometimes the universe has something even better in store for you than what you originally imagined. But if you are too attached to one specific outcome, you may miss the opportunity for something greater. By letting go of rigid expectations, you allow the universe to surprise you with outcomes that are beyond what you could have planned for yourself. Practicing detachment also helps you maintain your emotional well-being. When you are overly fixated on a particular outcome, you may experience stress, anxiety, or frustration if things don't go according to plan. But when you detach, you free yourself from this emotional burden. You can continue to take inspired action and pursue your goals, but without the pressure of needing things to happen in a specific way. This emotional freedom allows you to enjoy the process of creation, rather than being consumed by the end result. To detach from the outcome, remind yourself that your worth and happiness are not dependent on any external achievement. You are already whole, worthy, and complete as you are. Your desires are simply a reflection of your creative power, but they do not define you. Trust that the universe knows the best way to bring your desires to you, and let go of the need to control the details. By doing so, you create the space for miracles to unfold in your life. Challenges are an inevitable part of any journey toward creating the life you desire. Whether you're striving for a better career, more fulfilling relationships, financial abundance, or personal growth, obstacles will arise. They are not there to discourage you, but to refine and strengthen you, testing your commitment to your vision. If you want to create a better life, you must learn to persist through these challenges with unwavering determination. Persistence is the key that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up along the way. When faced with setbacks, many people tend to lose faith, questioning whether they are truly capable of manifesting their desires. But what you must understand is that challenges are not a sign that you're on the wrong path. They are a natural part of the creative process. The obstacles you encounter are opportunities for growth, pushing you to develop the resilience, creativity, and perseverance necessary to achieve your goals. One of the most important aspects of persistence is maintaining a clear and unwavering vision of your desired outcome. Even when things don't seem to be going according to plan, you must hold fast to the belief that your vision is possible. This is not about blind optimism. It's about knowing deep within that your reality responds to your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When you persist with this knowledge, challenges lose their power to derail you. Instead, they become stepping stones that bring you closer to your ultimate goal. To persist through challenges, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when the odds seem stacked against you. This doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing your emotions when things get tough. It's natural to feel frustration, doubt, or even fear at times. But resilience allows you to acknowledge those feelings without letting them control your actions. You understand that setbacks are temporary and that, with persistence, you can overcome them. One way to strengthen your resilience is by reframing challenges as opportunities. When something doesn't go as planned, instead of viewing it as a failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me grow stronger, wiser, or more resourceful? By shifting your perspective in this way, you turn obstacles into tools for personal development. You begin to see that every challenge brings with it a valuable lesson, preparing you for the next stage of your journey. It's also important to stay connected to your inner why. Why do you want to create a better life? What drives you to pursue your goals, even in the face of adversity? When you are deeply connected to your purpose, it becomes easier to persist through challenges because you have a clear sense of what you're working toward. Your why becomes the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the road gets difficult. Take time to regularly reflect on your why, reminding yourself of the vision you're striving to bring into reality. Another key to persistence is patience. Creating a better life doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires time, effort, and consistency. In a world that often values instant gratification, it can be tempting to give up when results don't appear as quickly as you'd like. But true success requires patience and the understanding that the seeds you plant today will bear fruit in time. Trust the process, knowing that as long as you continue to take inspired action and maintain your belief, your efforts will eventually pay off. Persistence also requires a willingness to adapt. Sometimes the challenges you face may require you to adjust your approach or rethink your strategy. This doesn't mean abandoning your vision, it means being flexible in how you pursue it. If one path doesn't lead to the result you desire, be open to exploring new avenues. The willingness to pivot when necessary is a key aspect of persistence. It allows you to stay aligned with your ultimate goal while being adaptable in your methods. In moments of difficulty, it can be helpful to remind yourself of past challenges you've overcome. Reflect on times when you faced adversity, but ultimately prevailed. These memories serve as evidence of your strength and capability, reinforcing your belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Every challenge you've faced in the past has prepared you for the challenges you encounter today, and every challenge you overcome now will prepare you for even greater successes in the future. Surrounding yourself with a supportive community can also make a significant difference in your ability to persist. When you're going through tough times, it's easy to feel isolated or overwhelmed. But having a network of people who believe in you, who encourage you to keep going when you feel like giving up, can provide the emotional support and motivation you need to stay on track. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities who share your vision and can help lift you up when the journey feels difficult. Ultimately, persistence is about maintaining faith in your ability to create the life you desire, no matter what obstacles arise. It's about refusing to give up, even when the path is unclear or filled with challenges. The more you persist, the stronger you become, and the closer you get to realizing your vision. Know that every setback is temporary. Every challenge is surmountable, and every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. By persisting through challenges, you prove to yourself and the universe that you are fully committed to creating the life you deserve. The life you desire is not something that exists only in your wishes or dreams. It's something that you have the power to create, starting now. By aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your vision, you set the foundation for transformation. It's not enough to merely hope for change. You must take responsibility and actively participate in shaping your reality. Embrace the challenges, persist with determination, and trust in your ability to manifest the life you seek. Remember, the life you dream of is waiting for you to step into it. The power lies within you, it always has. Imagine waking up to a reality where every dream you've ever had is not only possible but unfolding before your eyes. This is the power of truly understanding and shaping your own destiny. We live in a world where the line between reality and illusion often blurs, and most of us move through life unaware that much of what we accept as real is but a reflection of our inner beliefs and thoughts. This reality, which feels so tangible and undeniable, is not fixed. It is malleable, shaped by the very thoughts we hold, the assumptions we make, and the beliefs we nurture. Life, as we experience it, often feels like a series of concrete events and unchangeable truths. However, what we perceive as reality is, in many ways, a constructed illusion. Our senses provide us with information that we interpret through the lens of our beliefs and past experiences. This perception, while seeming real, is not the absolute truth. It is a reflection of the internal narratives we hold. Consider how different people experience the same event in various ways. One person may see a crowded room as a social opportunity, while another might view it as overwhelming. These differing perspectives highlight that reality is not a singular, fixed entity, but a dynamic interplay between external stimuli and internal interpretations. The idea that we live in an objective, unchanging world is an illusion created by our collective agreement on what is real. This illusion is reinforced by societal norms and the collective consciousness. From a young age, we are taught to accept certain truths without questioning them. We are conditioned to believe in limitations and boundaries that do not necessarily exist. For example, the concept of time as a rigid structure is a construct that dictates how we experience life, but it is not an absolute reality. The illusion extends to our personal beliefs and self-perceptions. If you hold a belief that you are not worthy of success, your experiences will reflect this belief. You will encounter situations that reinforce your sense of inadequacy, because your mind is constantly filtering and interpreting experiences through this belief. This is not because the world is inherently limited, but because your internal reality shapes how you perceive and interact with the external world. Understanding that life is an illusion does not mean that the experiences we have are not real or valuable. Instead, it invites us to recognize that what we see and experience is a reflection of our inner state. By shifting our beliefs and perceptions, we can alter the illusion of reality and begin to experience life differently. This understanding empowers us to take control of our experience and reshape our reality according to our desires and intentions. As we awaken to the fact that our perceived reality is an illusion, we can begin to challenge and change the narratives that govern our lives. This process involves questioning deeply held beliefs, examining the sources of our assumptions, and being open to new ways of seeing the world. By doing so, we can move beyond the limitations imposed by our current perception and step into a reality that aligns more closely with our true potential. Awareness is the cornerstone of any transformative journey. It is through awareness that we begin to see beyond the illusions and recognize the underlying truths of our existence. Becoming aware means stepping out of the autopilot mode of living and consciously observing our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This level of self-awareness allows us to see the patterns that shape our reality and to identify the ways in which we may be perpetuating limitations. When we talk about awareness, we are referring to an active and deliberate process of self-exploration. This involves paying attention to our inner dialogue, understanding our emotional responses, and examining the beliefs that drive our behavior. Awareness helps us to recognize when we are operating from a place of fear, insecurity, or limitation, and it provides us with the opportunity to shift our focus to more empowering thoughts and actions. The power of awareness lies in its ability to illuminate the hidden aspects of our psyche. Many of our beliefs and thought patterns operate at a subconscious level, influencing our behavior and experiences without our conscious knowledge. By becoming aware of these underlying patterns, we can start to address them and make more conscious choices. This process of self-discovery is crucial for breaking free from the constraints of limiting beliefs and stepping into a more expansive and fulfilling reality. Awareness also plays a significant role in emotional regulation. By observing our emotions without judgment, we can gain insight into the triggers and patterns that affect our emotional state. This understanding allows us to respond to situations more effectively and to cultivate emotional resilience. Rather than being at the mercy of our emotions, we become more adept at managing them and using them as tools for personal growth and transformation. Furthermore, awareness helps us to align our actions with our intentions. When we are aware of our goals and desires, we can make choices that are consistent with our vision for our life. This alignment between intention and action creates a sense of coherence and purpose, which enhances our ability to manifest our desired outcomes. Awareness thus acts as a guiding force, steering us towards the reality we wish to create. Ultimately, the power of awareness lies in its capacity to transform our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. By becoming more aware, we gain greater control over our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This heightened level of consciousness enables us to break free from the limitations of our past and to create a reality that is more aligned with our true self. Awareness is not a destination, but a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth, leading us towards a more authentic and empowered existence. False beliefs are like invisible chains that bind us to a reality we may not even want. They are deeply ingrained ideas about ourselves, others, and the world that limit our potential and keep us stuck in patterns of dissatisfaction and limitation. These beliefs are often formed in early childhood and reinforced by our experiences and the influence of those around us. To break free from these constraints, we must actively identify and challenge the false beliefs that hold us back. The process of shattering false beliefs begins with self-awareness. By examining the beliefs we hold, we can uncover those that are limiting our potential. This involves questioning the validity of these beliefs and exploring their origins. For example, if you believe that you are not capable of achieving success, you may trace this belief back to early experiences where you were told you were not good enough. Recognizing the origins of these beliefs can help to disempower them and open the door to new possibilities. Once you have identified your false beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. This involves examining the evidence that supports these beliefs and considering alternative perspectives. For instance, if you believe that you are not deserving of love, challenge this belief by listing experiences and qualities that demonstrate your worthiness. By shifting your focus from the negative evidence to the positive, you can begin to reframe your beliefs and create a more empowering narrative. Reprogramming your beliefs requires consistent effort and practice. It involves replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, positive ones. This can be done through affirmations, visualization, and other techniques that reinforce your new beliefs. For example, if you are working to overcome a belief in your unworthiness, you might use affirmations such as "I am deserving of love and success," and visualize yourself experiencing these positive outcomes. Shattering false beliefs also involves taking action that contradicts the limiting beliefs. If you believe you are not capable of achieving your goals, start taking small steps towards your objectives. Each success, no matter how small, helps to build confidence and challenge the belief that you are incapable. Over time, as you accumulate evidence of your abilities, the false beliefs will lose their hold over you. It is important to recognize that breaking free from false beliefs is a gradual process. It requires patience and persistence, as deeply ingrained beliefs do not change overnight. However, with continued effort and commitment, you can gradually replace these beliefs with ones that support your growth and success. This shift in belief will not only change your perception of yourself, but also transform your experience of reality. By actively challenging and dismantling false beliefs, you pave the way for a more authentic and fulfilling life. You empower yourself to break free from the constraints of past limitations and to embrace a reality that aligns with your true potential. This process of transformation is both liberating and empowering, enabling you to create a life that reflects your highest aspirations and deepest desires. Conscious creation is the process of intentionally shaping your reality through focused thought. Intention and action.it is based on the understanding that your thoughts and feelings have the power to influence and determine your experiences. To engage in conscious creation, you must first become aware of the power of your mind and then use it deliberately to manifest your desired outcomes. The foundation of conscious creation lies in the recognition that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active participant in the creation of your reality. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold contributes to the reality you experience. By consciously directing these elements, you can begin to shape your life in accordance with your desires. One of the key aspects of conscious creation is setting clear intentions. Intentions are like blueprints for your reality. They define what you want to create and guide your actions towards that goal. To set effective intentions, you need to be specific and focused. Instead of vague goals like "I want to be successful," define what success looks like for you, such as "I want to achieve a promotion at work by the end of the year." Visualization is another powerful tool in conscious creation. By vividly imagining your desired outcome and experiencing it as if it's already happened, you create a mental picture that your subconscious mind begins to work towards. Visualization helps to align your thoughts and emotions with your goals, making it easier to manifest them into reality. Emotional alignment is also crucial in conscious creation. Your emotions act as a feedback system, indicating whether you are in alignment with your desires or not. When you feel positive emotions such as joy, excitement, and gratitude, you are in alignment with your goals. Conversely, negative emotions like fear and doubt indicate misalignment. By managing your emotions and focusing on positive feelings, you enhance your ability to create your desired reality. Taking inspired action is an essential part of conscious creation. While thoughts and emotions play a significant role, they must be complemented by tangible actions that move you towards your goals. Inspired action is action taken from a place of alignment and inspiration, rather than effort and struggle. When you follow your intuition and take steps that feel right, you align yourself with the flow of creation and increase your chances of success. Conscious creation also involves being mindful of the beliefs and assumptions you hold. These underlying beliefs shape your perception of reality and influence the outcomes you experience. By consciously choosing beliefs that support your goals and challenging those that do not, you can create a more favorable reality. For example, if you want to attract abundance, you must hold beliefs that support your worthiness and capability to receive. The process of conscious creation is continuous and requires regular practice. It involves maintaining focus on your intentions, staying emotionally aligned, and taking consistent action towards your goals. As you engage in this practice, you will begin to see shifts in your reality that reflect your conscious efforts. Over time, conscious creation becomes a natural and empowering part of your life, enabling you to manifest your desires with greater ease and effectiveness. Imagination is a powerful tool in the process of creating and shaping your reality. It is the faculty through which you can envision and experience desired outcomes before they manifest in the physical world. Through imagination, you can explore possibilities, design new realities, and influence the course of your life. The role of imagination extends beyond mere daydreaming. It is a deliberate and focused process that involves creating vivid mental images of what you wish to achieve. These images serve as templates that guide your subconscious mind in bringing your desires into reality. By consistently visualizing your goals and experiencing them with strong emotions, you activate the creative power of your imagination. Imagination allows you to experiment with different scenarios and outcomes. For example, if you are considering a career change, you can use your imagination to explore various job roles, work environments, and lifestyles. This process helps you gain clarity about what you truly want and aligns your desires with your actions. Imagination thus acts as a rehearsal for the future, helping you to refine your goals and prepare for their realization. The creative power of imagination also lies in its ability to overcome limitations. If you feel stuck or constrained by current circumstances, imagination provides a way to transcend these limitations and explore new possibilities. By imagining yourself in different situations or achieving your goals, you expand your sense of what is possible and open yourself up to new opportunities. One of the most effective ways to harness the power of imagination is through visualization exercises. This involves creating detailed mental pictures of your desired outcomes and immersing yourself in the experience of achieving them. Visualization helps to align your subconscious mind with your goals and reinforces your commitment to achieving them. It is a practice that can be integrated into your daily routine to support the manifestation of your desires. Imagination also plays a role in overcoming obstacles and challenges. When faced with difficulties, you can use your imagination to explore creative solutions and envision successful outcomes. This process helps to shift your focus from the problem to potential solutions, empowering you to navigate challenges with greater confidence and resilience. By consciously using your imagination, you can influence your beliefs, emotions, and actions in ways that support your goals. Imagination is not just a tool for creative expression, but a fundamental aspect of the manifestation process. It allows you to shape your reality from the inside out, aligning your internal state with the external outcomes you wish to achieve. Living in the present moment is a crucial aspect of aligning with your true reality and achieving your goals. The present is the only time frame where you have the power to make choices and take actions that influence your future. By focusing on the present, you can fully engage with your experiences and create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The concept of living in the present moment involves letting go of regrets about the past and worries about the future. Many people spend a significant amount of time ruminating over past mistakes or anxieties about what may happen in the future. This focus on what has already happened or what might happen can prevent you from fully experiencing and appreciating the present. Living in the present requires mindfulness, which is the practice of being fully aware of and engaged with the current moment. Mindfulness involves paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It allows you to observe your experiences as they unfold, rather than getting caught up in them. This awareness helps you to respond to situations more effectively and to cultivate a sense of calm and clarity. When you are present, you are more likely to notice opportunities and make decisions that are in alignment with your goals. The present moment is where you can take action, set intentions, and make choices that shape your future. By staying focused on the here and now, you can make the most of the opportunities that arise and take deliberate steps towards your desired outcomes. Living in the present also involves being fully engaged with your experiences. This means immersing yourself in the activities and interactions of your daily life, rather than being distracted or disengaged. When you are present, you experience life more fully and deeply, which enhances your sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. The practice of living in the present moment also supports emotional well-being. By focusing on the present, you can manage stress and anxiety more effectively. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong in the future or dwelling on past regrets, you can direct your attention to what is happening right now. This shift in focus helps to reduce negative emotions and increase your overall sense of peace and contentment. Incorporating mindfulness practices into your daily routine can help you to stay present. This can include activities such as meditation, deep breathing, and mindful observation. These practices help you to cultivate a habit of being present and to develop a deeper awareness of your thoughts and feelings. Living in the present is not about ignoring the past or disregarding the future, but rather about fully engaging with the current moment. It is through this engagement that you can make meaningful choices and take effective actions that lead to the realization of your goals. By embracing the present moment, you empower yourself to create a reality that is aligned with your true desires and aspirations. The law of assumption is a powerful principle that asserts that what we assume to be true will ultimately manifest in our reality. This law is based on the idea that our beliefs and assumptions create our experiences, shaping the world around us according to our inner state. By consciously choosing and assuming positive beliefs, we can influence the outcomes of our lives. The law of assumption operates on the premise that our assumptions become self-fulfilling prophecies. When you assume something to be true, your actions, thoughts, and emotions align with that assumption, which in turn brings about the corresponding reality. For example, if you assume that you will succeed in your career, you are more likely to take actions that lead to success, such as pursuing opportunities and working diligently. To effectively use the law of assumption, you must first identify the assumptions that are driving your current reality. These assumptions may be positive or negative, and can significantly impact your experiences. For instance, if you have an assumption that you are not good enough, This belief will shape your behavior and interactions in ways that reinforce this perception. Once you have identified your assumptions, you can begin to shift them to align with your desired outcomes. This involves consciously choosing beliefs that support your goals and reinforcing them through positive affirmations, visualization, and other techniques. For example, if you want to manifest financial abundance, you might assume that you are financially secure and deserving of wealth. By embodying this assumption, you set the stage for the manifestation of financial success. The process of assuming a new reality involves immersing yourself in the feeling of already having achieved your desired outcome. This means living and acting as if your assumption is already true. By doing so, you create a mental and emotional environment that aligns with your desired reality. This alignment helps to attract the circumstances and opportunities that support the manifestation of your goals. It is important to remain consistent with your assumptions and to maintain a positive mindset. The law of assumption requires a degree of faith and persistence, as it may take time for your new beliefs to fully manifest in your reality. However, by continuously reinforcing your positive assumptions and taking aligned actions, you increase the likelihood of achieving your desired outcomes. The law of assumption is a powerful tool for creating the reality you want. By consciously choosing and embodying positive assumptions, you shape your experiences and attract the outcomes you desire. This principle empowers you to take control of your reality and to manifest your goals with greater ease and effectiveness. The subconscious mind is a powerful force that influences our thoughts, behaviors, and experiences. It stores our beliefs, memories, and emotional responses, and operates largely below the level of conscious awareness. Reprogramming the subconscious is essential for aligning your internal state with your desired reality and achieving your goals. The process of reprogramming the subconscious involves identifying and transforming limiting beliefs and patterns that may be holding you back. These beliefs are often formed in early childhood and reinforced by life experiences. They shape your perception of yourself and the world, influencing how you respond to situations and opportunities. To begin reprogramming your subconscious, start by becoming aware of the beliefs and patterns that are affecting your life. This can be done through self-reflection, journaling, and exploring past experiences. For example, if you have a belief that you are not worthy of success, examine the origins of this belief and how it has influenced your behavior. Once you have identified limiting beliefs, you can work to replace them with more positive and empowering ones. This process involves using techniques such as affirmations, visualization, and subconscious reprogramming exercises. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce new beliefs. For example, you might use affirmations such as "I am capable" and "deserving of success." Visualization is another powerful technique for reprogramming the subconscious. By creating vivid mental images of your desired outcomes and experiencing them as if they are already real, you align your subconscious mind with your goals. Visualization helps to rewire your brain and create new neural pathways that support your desired reality. In addition to affirmations and visualization, you can also use other methods to reprogram your subconscious. These may include hypnosis, meditation, and emotional release techniques. Hypnosis involves entering a relaxed state where you can access the subconscious mind and make positive changes. Meditation helps to calm the mind and create a receptive state for new beliefs to take root. Emotional release techniques involve addressing and releasing past traumas and negative emotions that may be affecting your subconscious. Reprogramming the subconscious is a gradual process that requires consistency and patience. As you work to transform limiting beliefs and replace them with positive ones, you will begin to notice shifts in your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. These changes will support your goals and help you create the reality you desire. By reprogramming your subconscious, you align your internal state with your external goals, enhancing your ability to manifest your desires. This process empowers you to overcome obstacles, change limiting patterns, and create a more fulfilling and successful life. Emotional alignment is a crucial component in the process of manifesting your desires and achieving your goals. It involves ensuring that your emotions are in harmony with the outcomes you wish to create. Emotions play a significant role in shaping your reality, as they influence your thoughts, behaviors, and interactions with the world. When your emotions are aligned with your goals, you create a powerful magnetic force that attracts the desired outcomes into your life. This alignment involves experiencing and maintaining positive emotions that reflect the state of having already achieved your goals. For example, if you want to manifest a successful career, you should cultivate feelings of confidence, excitement, and fulfillment related to that success. Emotional alignment requires self-awareness, and intentionality.it involves recognizing and managing your emotional state to ensure it supports your goals. This process can include practices such as gratitude, positive affirmations, and mindfulness. Gratitude helps to shift your focus to what you appreciate in your life, creating a positive emotional state that attracts more of what you desire. Positive affirmations are statements that reinforce your desired reality and evoke positive emotions. By regularly repeating affirmations that align with your goals, you foster an emotional state that supports manifestation. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, affirmations like "I am healthy and vibrant" can help you cultivate the emotions associated with good health. Mindfulness is another effective practice for maintaining emotional alignment. It involves being fully present and aware of your emotions without judgment. By observing your emotional state and responding to it consciously, you can address any negative emotions and shift your focus to more positive ones. This practice helps you stay aligned with your goals and supports a more harmonious manifestation process. Emotional alignment also involves addressing and releasing negative emotions that may be blocking your progress. This can include working through past traumas, resolving inner conflicts, and letting go of limiting beliefs. By addressing these issues, you create space for positive emotions to flourish and enhance your ability to manifest your desires. Emotional alignment is a key factor in the manifestation process. By ensuring that your emotions are in harmony with your goals, you create a powerful force that attracts the outcomes you desire. This alignment requires self-awareness, intentional practices, and addressing any negative emotions that may be hindering your progress. By maintaining emotional alignment, you empower yourself to manifest your desires with greater ease and effectiveness. Consistent action is a vital element in the process of achieving your goals and manifesting your desires. While setting intentions and aligning your thoughts and emotions are important, taking regular and focused action is essential for bringing your goals to fruition. Consistent action bridges the gap between your desires and their manifestation, turning your visions into reality. The concept of consistent action involves taking deliberate steps towards your goals on a regular basis. This means engaging in activities and behaviors that support your objectives and contribute to their achievement. Consistent action requires commitment and discipline, as it involves regularly dedicating time and effort to your goals, regardless of external circumstances. One of the key benefits of consistent action is that it helps to build momentum. As you take regular steps towards your goals, you create a sense of progress and accomplishment. This momentum reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals and motivates you to continue taking action. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, consistently working out and following a healthy routine will lead to gradual and noticeable results. Consistent action also helps to overcome obstacles and challenges. When you face difficulties or setbacks, maintaining a consistent effort allows you to stay focused and resilient. It provides a sense of direction and purpose, helping you to navigate through challenges and continue moving towards your goals. By persistently taking action, you increase your chances of success and demonstrate your commitment to achieving your desires. In addition to building momentum and overcoming obstacles, consistent action contributes to the development of new habits and skills. As you engage in regular actions towards your goals, you cultivate habits that support your success. These habits become ingrained in your routine, making it easier to continue progressing and achieving your objectives. For instance, if you are working towards a career goal, consistently networking and developing relevant skills will enhance your professional growth and opportunities. Consistent action also involves setting clear and actionable steps. This means breaking down your goals into manageable tasks and creating a plan for how to achieve them. By setting specific milestones and deadlines, you can track your progress and stay on course. This approach helps to maintain focus and ensures that you are making steady progress towards your goals. Consistent action is a critical factor in achieving your goals and manifesting your desires. By regularly taking focused and deliberate steps towards your objectives, you build momentum, overcome obstacles, and develop new habits that support your success. Consistent action bridges the gap between your intentions and their realization, turning your vision into a tangible reality. In conclusion, waking up to reality is an empowering journey that involves understanding and harnessing the deeper principles that shape our experiences. By embracing the power of conscious creation, we actively participate in crafting the life we desire. This process begins with recognizing that our assumptions and beliefs play a pivotal role in shaping our reality. The law of assumption reminds us that what we assume to be true becomes our reality, guiding us to choose positive, supportive beliefs that align with our goals. Our imagination is a vital tool in this process, enabling us to envision and experience our desired outcomes before they manifest. By utilizing imagination, we can overcome limitations and explore new possibilities, setting the stage for our goals to come to fruition. Living in the present moment further enhances our ability to create the life we want, as it allows us to fully engage with our current experiences and make choices that shape our future. Reprogramming the subconscious mind is essential for aligning our internal state with our external goals. By identifying and transforming limiting beliefs, we can create a more supportive inner environment that facilitates our success. The emotional alignment, too, plays a crucial role, as our emotions significantly influence our ability to manifest our desires. By maintaining a positive emotional state, we attract the outcomes we seek and reinforce our commitment to achieving our goals. Finally, consistent action bridges the gap between our intentions and their realization. It is through regular, focused effort that we build momentum, overcome obstacles, and develop the habits necessary for success. By integrating these principles into our daily lives, we empower ourselves to manifest our desires with greater ease and effectiveness. Waking up to reality is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice of aligning our thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions with the life we wish to create. It is a journey of self-discovery and growth, leading us to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. As we continue to embrace and apply these principles, we unlock the potential to shape our reality and achieve our deepest aspirations.